Okay guys, so what I'm about to show you is a video I recently saw on YouTube just this morning. As you see it right there in the middle, this officer in the Vacaville beating canine officer and a canine dog. Now, me as a dog owner, I don't accept animal cruelty at all. Whether it's dog, cat, ant, whatever you have, any kind of animal, and you beat an animal like this, it's unacceptable. So here's the video. It's from a news station, but I doubt that any charges will be brought against this officer.
A police canine officer in Vacaville was caught on video hitting his dog. The department says the officer was correcting the animal, but the man who took that video says the officer went too far. Our crime reporter Henry Lee here now with more on what happened. Henry.
Julie, the man who posted this video on Facebook says he feels sorry for this police dog, but the department says it all has to be taken into context. This is video showing a Vacaville police canine officer in training straddling his dog on the ground and punching it.
I was wondering myself, what would the dog could have done to deserve that kind of punishment?
Floor installer Roberto Palomino was at his warehouse when he heard a dog in distress on Monday afternoon.
I started hearing the dog crying, kind of like in pain.
He looked outside and saw the officer with his dog in a parking lot near a Vacaville fire station.
So I saw the officer constantly beating the dog over and over. I indeed saw at least 10 punches to the dog.
He says that's when he took out his phone.
The only thing that I could do at the moment was pulling out my phone and recording what I was watching because I couldn't believe what I was watching.
He said the officer seemed to be looking for anyone who may have been watching him.
As soon as he saw me, that's when he stopped.
Palomino says he didn't confront the officer because he wasn't sure how the officer would react.
I was afraid of my life.
But he says he wanted to speak out now.
I hope he doesn't get to treat the dog like that anymore. I hope he doesn't get to treat people like that either.
This could be very alarming to a lay person.
Vacaville Police Captain Matt Lyden says the officer is training to become a canine handler. His dog, a Shepherd Malinois mix, had just found so-called drugs as part of a training exercise, but wouldn't give up a toy he got as a reward. The officer did get the toy back.
This angered the dog, and the dog reacted to this. The dog lunged at the handler and attempted to bite the handler.
He said what the officer did was to make clear that what the dog did wasn't okay.
It is important in canine
So punching a dog is okay. Punching a dog is the way to tell a dog that's not okay. Punching a dog, that's unacceptable. So if we did that to you, told you,
Vacaville police told me they were unaware that there were other.
So punching a dog is a way to tell the dog that's not okay. So if an officer puts their hands on us, does that give us the right to sit there and punch the officer in the face and tell the officer that's not okay? No, because we'd be thrown on the ground, put in handcuffs, put in cuffs on the back of a cop car. Maybe we should throw that officer in handcuffs and throw that officer in a lion cage or in a tiger cage and have him treat that animal the same way. In a video, one of these videos, it was to show dominance. Okay, hey officer, why don't you go climb on top of that tiger to show dominance? Why don't you go climb on top of that male lion and punch that lion in the face to show who's dominant? This is unacceptable, guys. Me as a former dog owner, this is unacceptable. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you accept this kind of training or not. This is unacceptable.